All right, YouTube, we're back with a video from Abba and Preach talking about 16 years in jail for something he didn't do. He got extradited and now she's sorry. Oh, wow.
Convicted of rape. His accuser, a best-selling author, is now apologizing, saying she's truly sorry. But how do you undo such a life-altering mistake? Here's Les Trent.
Tears of joy as a man wrongly accused of rape is exonerated after spending 16 years in prison. Anthony Broadwater, now 61 years old,
You can't
broke down in
apologize.
tears when he heard the judge throw out the conviction.
You can't apologize. His life just got threw down the drain.
His accuser was Alice Sebold, author of The Lovely Bones, which was made into a major movie starring Mark Wahlberg.
It's gonna be okay. My dad knows I'm here.
Her rape at age 18 took place when she was a college student in upstate New York, years before she became famous.
Sebold says it happened here in this 76-acre park overlooking Syracuse University where she was a freshman.
Months went by and there was no arrest.
Then, one day, Alice Sebold was walking down this street, and she says she came face to face with the man who attacked her.
It was Anthony Broadwater. He was found guilty after Sebold took the stand and identified him as her rapist.
The people that knew me and know my character, they know that wasn't me.
Doubts about his guilt were raised when movie producer Timothy Mucciante started investigating the story as he prepared to make a movie based on Sebold's memoir about the rape called Lucky.
Anyone who reads the transcript of the trial and compares it to her book, there's quite a lot that's omitted that a reader would look at and say, you know, this doesn't add up, just like I did.
Sebold, now 58 years old, had nothing to say as she walked her dog in San Francisco where she lives.
Anything to say to Anthony Broadwater?
But on Tuesday, she issued a public apology to Broadwater in which she acknowledged he had been wrongly accused. I am sorry most of all for the fact that the life you could have led was unjustly robbed from you. And I know that no apology can change what happened to you and never
Ooh,
will.
I still don't like this bitch.
If it's sincerely from my heart, I can accept it.
That's better man than me, boy.
The publisher
Better
of
man
Lucky
than me,
says it
boy.
has ceased
Tell my
publication until they decide
I don't
if the
trust
book
white
can
women.
be
I swear to
properly
God, I
revised.
don't.
Yeah, because at first she didn't want to correct her book after all that. Man, that's crazy. Man, that is crazy. I can't even.
That shit makes my skin crawl, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not even gonna talk about the lady, but the dude that got out and was like, "I accept your apologies."
He needs his story told.
I got way too much work to do on myself still to be at the same level of that dude. I don't know what happened in prison, but if I'm claiming my innocence for 16 years and I get out and I get a thank you and a sorry and a pat on the back and on to my way, I know for a fact I'm gonna need a whole lot of counseling because the anger that's gonna come out of that. Bro, I got anger now that I still gotta deal with
Boy.
from the past. And that stuff didn't happen to me. I'm coming out after 16 years. Finally, it is a relief. It is a relief. But that time you lost everything. There's no way for you to get it back.
Nothing you can do. Time with family, kids.
You can't get your livelihood.
Like,
Some family fucking distance themselves from you. Some friends. Oof. No, there's too much anger. Like right now, I'm watching this story, and it's not happening to me, and I'm angry.
like as
So
a
if
man,
it
we
happened to me,
sympathize.
I don't even know what.
As a man, this is one of my greatest fears is that somebody just walk up and say, "You did this to me," and I don't know who that person is. Like I'm terrified of that. The person like you did this to me, and I don't know you from a can of paint. But since they're a woman, people will believe that woman. Yeah, I get like there's some stuff that women go through, and then, yeah, but like she could be mentally distressed, and just think any person in a fucking black hoodie walking down the street at the same place where she got at is that guy. But people gonna believe her no matter what I tell them I was doing. I could have been streaming, doing something at work at the time when the shit happened, and she accused me. People will still put that smut on my name. That shit.
There's a phenomenon that happens to people who get sent to prison unjustly and spend lots of time there. And a lot of them come out very forgiving generally when they're out of prison. And people can't understand it because they're saying, if it was me, I'd feel this way or I'd feel that way. But you don't know what it feels like to have 16, 20 years of your life robbed and stuck in a cell. You don't know. So you don't know what goes through your mind. I can assure you that from what I read up on, what all of them seem to say is like initially I was just angry and I was in disbelief. There was a lot of denial. Like, I'm going to get out of here. I know I didn't do this. They're going to fix this. And as that realization sets in, you understand how unjustly done you are. Then that anger sets in, right? And you got a lot of rage. But the thing about anger and rage is that when you're in a cell and all you have is time alone with your own thoughts, it's very hard to be angry for decades and decades. It's hard because that shit'll kill you. That'll end your life early. So for a lot of them, forgiveness is also a means of survival. It's a way for them to be able to be good with themselves. And so when I hear what this man has to say, I think it's unbelievably wonderful that he's able to find that, not for her, but for himself. Because to hold on to that anger and that grudge, bruh, that shit'll tense up your whole body. That shit'll age you fast. Resentment will age you fast. And so I'm happy for him so that he could move forward with his life. And I hope he gets the restitution he deserves.
Sister told me about, your girl called me and said it worked out. So I was able to confront her and say, why would you go through my, she said, why you have her in there? Beautiful girl. I said, and my sister told me about, your girl called me and said it worked out. So I was able to confront her and say, why would you go through my phone? She said, why you have her in there? Beautiful girl. I said, that's just have her home. It just made me feel like, wow, like I should have been going through this. I've been with my girl for about 5 years. And my sister told me about, your girl called me and said it worked out. So
I want to be able to.
And my sister told me about, your girl called me and said it worked out. So I was able to confront her and say, why would you go through my phone? She said, why you have her in there? I said, that's just a nickname I have her whole life. It just made her feel like, wow, like I shouldn't have been going through this phone. I've been with my girl for about 5 years.
But I hope I can get through it.
And my sister told me about, your girl.
Secondly, for the lady.
Damn, buddy, why do you always go live when I'm live? You can't even go live after.
Sorry that 16
I like
years of your
tuning
life
in, buddy.
was robbed from you. Bitch, you robbed him. It's not like somebody else did that. You identified him. You got on the stand and you said it's definitely him. And then you wrote a book. And like, listen, sometimes people misremember stuff, trauma. Like I could justify a lot if I was to give you a lot of leeway. Then you write a book and omit a bunch of details that might have actually shown his innocence, meaning you knew to not put that shit in because you knew it didn't make your story credible. Now I got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we exist in a world where people can make false allegations against people. They can say whatever they want, and the kind of repercussions they face are minimal, minuscule. And folks are just supposed to accept that, hey man, this is the way justice system works. Sometimes people go to jail and you could be lying or omitting facts or being extremely disingenuous or all this stuff, and no one's going to be held accountable. Maybe the state pays out some tax dollars. So the taxpayers have to pay for it. To me, that's wrong. That's where my disappointment in this whole thing lies. But as for the man, I'm happy for him if he really is in that place that he claims to be, and I respect that.
Nigga, I told you I was pissed off now.
All right.
What do you think about that, chat? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Really helps the algorithm. And I'll see you guys next time.